Welcome back to SmackDown Vs Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. I am your host, Attack Slug. Last week, kind of a dumpster fire, but I'm back on track this week to GM this show properly. Let's check on our roster on a fine Monday morning. Shawn Michaels and Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy and Steve Austin are up there in the fatigue, and I think I'm going to have to use the rest for Shawn because we need to have dueling triple threat matchups today to see who is going to be the US and World Champions. And even Steve here could use a little bit of not working, but hey, we've got until Friday. We'll see if his fatigue remains until Friday with not having him do anything all freaking week. But I think also whose contract is up here. Edge and Cena are up in 3 weeks. And of course, today's whole thing is making sure that Taker, Kane, Randy, and Trips are all going to be satisfied, content, and or happy, and not mad they're not getting title opportunities on this program. But right now, our current champions are Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Rey Mysterio, and the Hardy Boys. So that is the deal with those individuals. But yes, I need to book more rivalries, like 3 more. But I want to know who's champion first before I do that with those bits of a business. So, that all out of the way at the top of the show. We have 4 days until SmackDown. So, day number 1, we're going to rest up Shawn Michaels. He needs the R&R. It's going to be rough because it takes 15 points of his popularity away, but we'll deal with it. So there it is, 30% less fatigue. That was kind of essential for working him in a match and not getting injured on today's show. So Shawn is down to 3 pips. He's 85 now. He is now the lowest on the roster, but 3 pips is important. And of course, the Hardys here can take a rest for this week on their tag team matchup and have a bye to gain their fatigue levels back. And old Stone Cold gonna have to run that risk of perhaps getting injured here in his world title defense. So that is kind of where we're at currently. And now we will spend the next 3 days doing some charity work for Shawn Michaels to get back up to at least in near the 90s as such. So charity events for HBK because we need more popularity on HBK. But hey, he can't complain about the goal because he's currently the US champion. And Shawn Michaels in charity +2 with them key. Oh, I hit Steve Austin by accident. I didn't mean to hit Steve Austin by accident. Well, that sucks. What are you gonna do? So misclick that button. But first and foremost, what happened on Raw and how it was a 4-star show. We had Mickey beat Masters. We had Tori new champion over Ashley. We got Stitsky beating Melina. It wasn't his fault. We got Helms beating the Sandman and Marcus Corvan, and Regal and Kennedy defeat MVP in a one-on-one with a manager type match-up. Meanwhile, over on ECW, vacant. Michelle McCool beats Kelly Kelly. We had Kali, Nitro, and Henry beating down King Booker. Elijah beats Lashley, ECW title submission matchup. And Carlito and Candice beat Umaga and Kenny, and that is a 4-star show for ECW. So how can SmackDown in Concord, New Hampshire possibly match up to that? We're going to find out on the show today. First and foremost, this needs to vacate. That solid steel cage caused some solid steel fatigue last week. So do that. First promo is going to be that tag team rivalry. Push that back a little bit. But also we got to vacate some stuff here. So let's just kind of work from day 1, right? Let's have some day 1-ish here. All right, that one can stay but get changed around a little bit. The main event will be for that World Heavyweight title. And it will be a triple threat match between Stone Cold, Steve Austin, the Monster Kane, and the Viper, Randy Orton. And this should work because it should. There, I did it. It worked. I know who is in contention now for these titles. Also, another triple threat matchup for that US title It will be the champion, Shawn Michaels. It will be the Phenom, the Dead Man. And it will be the Game, a Triple H. And that should satisfy those bits of business. Now, this one here, we're going to change it up. So Punk and Ray go at it again. That is in place of match. And we have now Vacant and Vacant to book here at the opening of the show. So Attack Slug can get booked on this show against somebody. I don't know who. What do we got? Attack Slug can fight Batista. Why not? Right? And we also have, hey, we have Edge and John Cena. So let's book Edge and John Cena in a parking lot brawl. So if they have enough fatigue that is low, yes, Edge and John Cena are out there doing their thing in the parking lot with zero fatigue. That should be a banger if those two do what they usually do, which is deliver on a main event level. So yes, parking lot brawl, then Attack Slug, Batista. Where are our... that we can do a hardcore match here. We can do a submission match here. So Attack Slug, Batista submission match. Who will tap? Who will snap? First promo is that by Mysterio Punk for the Cruiserweight title. Triple threat match for the US title. Promo 2. Should we just get some more money? Because we're going to have more contracts up here pretty soon. We have $4.3 million in the bank. So yes, we're going to need some advertising. And then main event is for that World Heavyweight title. That to me is a pretty solid show because we have not established our next rivalries that run until the next big pay-per-view. So confirming this card. And hopefully it delivers. So Edge versus John Cena in the parking lot to open the show. John Cena getting it done. Attack Slug Batista submission matchup. What do we have? Attack Slug taps out the Animal. Imagine that. Mysterio, CM Punk, Cruiserweight title. Mysterio, Cruiserweight champion. Alright, so now we're going to find out who will be the true US champion. Taker, HBK, or Triple H. The end of an era. So Simulate and Taker, the new US champion. So now we gotta book him into a feud with somebody. Perhaps the Game. Perhaps the Game. I'm not sure who's face and who's heel here. So we're gonna find out on booking our face versus heel feud for that. Meanwhile, what I want to book here regardless is gonna be Stone Cold and Randy Orton. So I'm hoping that either one of those two win this matchup. We're gonna find out here and watch a bit of this matchup. Because the whole thing that I did with turning Stone Cold face and having Randy Orton go up to that main event legend killer, literally feud, was to have Snake versus Snake. And it didn't work out for me last week. So, at this point, I would hope, at the end of this matchup, they're in their same spots in that Power 25. I could book that rivalry. But Stone Cold, the reigning, defending, etc., having finally gotten John Cena out of his way, has been the champion. But, of course, we need a new challenger until the next big pay-per-view for a good 10 or 13 weeks, based on how this game works. So, you know, I need those 3 thumbs-up rivalry deals. I need them. Not fingers, Steve. Thumbs. I need the thumbs. So, of course, Kane is the wild card here. And usually with my luck, what's going to happen is Kane's going to win because that's what I didn't plan for. But at the same time, we can totally work a way for Kane to lose that belt to Randy and then have the feud between Randy and Stone Cold anyway. Facebuster from Steve Austin. So there are ways around that to book things with the, you know, having the manager and keeping the feud going and changing the title. I've done it here on the show before. So that's not surprising. But I want that youngest ever WWE champion Randy Orton to be champion here. But we'll see. We'll see. But speaking of GM mode, I typically don't talk news here on this program. But good lord, if we actually get a GM mode in 2K22, with what roster are we going to have to work with? The smallest ever, because they just keep on cutting talent. And by the time that game is out, good lord, it's going to be ridiculous. Like, I don't even have words for that. That's going to be absolute nonsense come March. If that game is launching in March. And again, 2K is already delaying other games that were planned for Q1, like that Marvel XCOM game got pushed until second half of the year. So they're not beyond delaying their Q1 games, which at this point 2K is, and there is not a firm date. It's like, oh, March. So it's not an actual like date on that. It's oh, at some point in that month. So that gives them some wiggle room for their release. But typically, if you get delayed out of fiscal year, and as a reminder, fiscal year ends at the end of March. That is, the end of a fiscal year is March 30th or 31st or whatever day is the end of March, right? So you don't ever just get pushed to April. If you're getting pushed out of March, that's out of fiscal, you're getting pushed to holiday. That's usually how that works. Like, alright, occasionally summer, but if you're going to miss your target for your shareholders of not making that March release date, then typically you're going to be out in the fall because you make a lot more money in the fall than in the summer because video games are stupid that way. I don't get it. Put out good games in the summer, all I'm saying. But it never seems to happen. You get one or two, but typically you want everything around that holiday season type release. So yes, I am a bit concerned with like 20 more talent cuts happening, and that game is supposedly on track for March. But look, how will they do a roster unveiling in January if you keep cutting guys? Like, at what point do we see a roster unveiling and then guys getting cut like the next day or the next week? Like, I just see it happening at some point. But meanwhile, this match is still ongoing. And Randy with the roll-up, the tights. Oh, Kane kicked out. How, man? That would have been perfect. Toss out Stone Cold, get the tights, and get the win. This is for that World Heavyweight title. It is the main event, and it is hopefully important to somebody, somewhere, somehow. Kane! That is not a tombstone Kane, but hey, it is a power slam. Braun Strowman style. Oklahoma style. Dr. Death style. So there is that. Legend Killer will hopefully kill some legends here and be the new World Heavyweight Champion. But oh, Austin got him up. Razor's Edge? No, neck breaker. Not happening. Mr. Kane. Alright, turning him over. Boston Crab, but Kane's right there. So, what good does that do you, Randy, if Kane is just standing there, making sure that nobody gets to tap from a submission maneuver? Des press, Austin, House of Fire, by God, Government Mule, Skull the Dog, busted open, the Crimson Mask. Kane is on fire and ready to go. But will he? Nope. Downstairs goes Randy Orton, poke in the eye, goes Randy Orton, down to the, again, goes Randy Orton. It's triple threat, no rules here. What can you do? Austin fighting back, knocks out Randy with a clubbing forearm and retains. That was a chaotic finish. All that damage added up. Wait, no. Wait, Randy won? I thought Stone Cold won. Oh, Kane got knocked out. Okay. I wasn't even sure who actually won there at the end. Kane got knocked out. Randy Orton is your new World Heavyweight Champion. And now I can run the Randy and Stone Cold feud in that main event, Snake versus Snake. That's the plan. All I can hope for now is that there are no injuries on that show. And my phone's not ringing immediately, so let's head to a Monday here in Mobile, Alabama, and hope for the best. Phone still not ringing. No injuries. You love to see it. So that means I can now say rivalries are main events. World title, Legend Killer, rivalry. 5 stars. Where is it? There it is. Until Royal Rumble. So a good 14 weeks. You get 13. You get 3 thumbs up there on 13. So you get a bonus for hitting 13 weeks. So of course, it's going to be a long and grueling 14 weeks of Stone Cold versus a Randy Orton. And that should be... Actually, wait. Wait. We have to check the Power 25 first. Crud, crap, and crud. So, Stone Cold is no longer in contention for that world title. Boo! I can do Randy and John Cena. That's tiring. That's exhausting. But I need to have a world title feud. I don't have an option in the matter. So, man, look. If I had done it on the Friday and not on the Monday, I screwed up. What else is new? Why is it the only one who can challenge is John Cena? That's not really what I wanted to happen. And I had it all set up perfectly, and I got screwed. So, that's fun. Also, our overall Power 25 here is mostly SmackDown because, you know, we're just that good. We're just that good. But, alright, let's check on .com. And match of the week was the Cruiserweight title. SmackDown gets, alright, ECW got a, what was that, 3.5, 4? Yes, 4-star show. Raw had a 1, 2, 3, 4-star show. SmackDown, with our triple threat matches up, 1, 2, 3, 4-star. Alright, we're just across the board. 4 stars. Okay, cool. Let's check on our fan support. We're still like kind of like evening out here, but we are now we've dipped under 4 million. We lost 10,000. That's not good. We need more rivalries. Tomorrow, I'm booking some. I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know what, I don't know when, but we're booking some rivalries. Tomorrow, it's going to be the business as it is. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.